Hello, what's up everybody? Let's talk about spoilers with Captain Marvel. My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and the Skrulls are the good guys. When I said spoilers, I meant it. If you accidentally clicked on this video, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Jude Law is the bad guy. Alright, before I get ahead of myself, let me first say that I loved the Stan Lee tribute. Thank you, Stan Lee. That was great. At the very beginning, we got the classic Marvel logo, but it was all Stan Lee and his cameos. That was so great. That was a pleasant surprise. Ben Mendelsohn, I talked about how much of a great character he was, how much of a great villain he was. I didn't want to spoil the fact that he's not a villain. He is Talos. He is a Skrull who traditionally I've known the Skrulls as always being villains, whether it's the comic books or the cartoons, and I love that the movie did display them as villains for the first half, at least from our perspective, and how they played up the shape-shifting abilities, because there was so much good stuff there when a character would pop in and the twist of revealing that they're not who they really are. Great use of the Skrulls' abilities. I liked finding out that Ben Mendelsohn wasn't your usual mustache-twirling villain. As good as he might be doing that, it was refreshing to see him have a family, have a backstory, that this is all that he's fighting for. This is all that he cares about, saving his people, getting them to a new home. That was fascinating and instantly made me connect to him and what he had going on. Jude Law being the villain, the reveal, because I was under the impression going in that he was playing Mar-Vell. I had heard this, it was reported that that's who he was playing, so I just assumed that that's who he was. But you find out that no, he's been lying to Carol Danvers, and he has told her, convinced her that the Skrulls are the bad guys. You find out that he killed Mar-Vell. Mar-Vell is actually played by Annette Bening. What? Huh? Mind blown. That just, again, was not expecting it. I liked how the movie, even the trailers, the promotion, did a great job of keeping all of this a secret. Maybe that's why some people feel like this movie is under the radar or doesn't have a lot of hype around it, because they have tried to keep so much about it a secret. I think that's a good thing, though. I think it's super effective. The cat! How can you not love this cat? I'm not even a cat person. I couldn't care less about cats in general. In fact, I think they're assholes. You see cat videos on YouTube of them doing some messed up stuff. But this cat was amusing. I love Nick Fury just totally geeking out over this cat. And the reveal that the cat was an alien and had these tentacles that came out of its mouth and how it just ate things. That was freaky, but yet amusing. And you see it swallow the Tesseract. And the post-credit scene is him spitting it back up. So that was great. And the only thing that I have a major issue with, and look, I'm not saying that there aren't flaws in the movie. Clearly there are. People have talked about it. More people who have just completely disliked the film have talked about their issues. And I've watched some of those videos, their reviews. It's fine that they feel that way. I admit that maybe not all of the humor works. I think most of the humor works, and that's why I'm okay with it, because I laughed enough times all the way through. I do admit that Carol Danvers, Brie Larson, her amnesia, not knowing her backstory, it could have been played up maybe a little better, or it could have been fleshed out a little more of a mystery as far as who she truly is and the reveal of that. Sure, fine. It's not to the level of Jason Bourne. I can admit all of that. But those are nitpicky things to me. Those are things that I can be okay with because everything else works. Except my biggest complaint, my biggest issue is the reveal of how Nick Fury lost his eye. I was very disappointed by that, to be honest. They tease it early on when he gets into that car accident and somebody asks him, hey, how's your eye? He pulls it back and it's fine. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's cool. And in The Winter Soldier, he mentions how the last time he trusted somebody, he lost his eye. So you're almost expecting this big backstory or this big reveal or somebody really close to him messing up his eye. And you see in this movie that, sure, fine, he's maybe being a little too friendly with the cat. And the cat just decides to scratch him in the eye. And he goes, oh, it's okay, it's just a scratch. But you see that, no, his eye's gone. It's done for. And that's the story of how he lost his eye. He lost his eye because a cat scratched him. And that was just lame. It was. It was lame. Not a great explanation. I either never wanted to see what happened because of what he said in The Winter Soldier was good enough, or if you're going to tell it to me, if you're going to reveal it to me, have it be a moment. Have it be epic. Have Jude Law stab him in the freaking eye, although he's not somebody he would have trusted. But I don't know. I just, this cat scratching his eye and it being played up as a laugh, as a joke, that's a huge thing with his character, him missing his eye. And I don't know, I think we could have done a better job of that. That's the problem sometimes with prequels and having to set up things or establish things that you already know. The explanation of it isn't always satisfying, isn't always what you want to see. But you instantly make up for it though, because that mid-credit scene where you saw Captain America, you saw Black Widow, you saw Rhodey, you saw Bruce Banner, and they're looking at the death toll. How many people around the world are dying in every country? It's brutal. And they're studying this pager, so clearly they got the pager after Nick Fury turned into dust. They probably figured out what happened to him. They're trying to keep it going. And the moment where Scarlett Johansson says what she says, turns around, and there's Brie Larson, there's Captain Marvel right there saying, where's Nick Fury? Cut to black. So good, so great. It not only makes me even more excited for Avengers Endgame, if that's even possible, because I'm already so excited for it. It makes me more excited to see her, Captain Marvel, interact with these other characters. Even if you're somebody who didn't love Brie Larson, which I did, or at least I really enjoyed her, even if you didn't like her, you have to be curious. You have to be excited to see her interact with other characters. And maybe that will make you like her more. Maybe that will get you to appreciate her brand of humor, her quirkiness. Just her personality might shine better for people who didn't enjoy her. Spoiler time here. Let me know, what did you dislike about the film? Like what specific scenes, what specific moments, or if you enjoyed the movie, let's talk about it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.